Hey there, guys. It is me. A lot of you guys do know that I did send out a mass message concerning certain topics that have been addressed to me over the X amount of months. And a lot of these topics I've been addressing, or if I've not, I've already addressed in a private manner instead of announcing that I have addressed them. But it's come to my attention that certain individuals, from what I've underheard, as well as directly, not like very briefly directly, that I beat around the bush and I'm not addressing certain situations. But behind the scenes I am. I just don't announce them. For example, we're gonna go ahead and get into a list here of things that I brought up over the past week or two. I think it's week 2 that I sent that mass list out. Let's go ahead and jump into the number list. Number 1 is stalking and being creepy. Certain individuals have been in a surrounding, obviously there's been a group of us in a chat and so on, and certain individuals feel like other certain individuals are being creeps or stalking other certain individuals. I personally have been brought up with this in the past in a brief manner, and I reached out to them and they say everything's perfectly fine. They can handle themselves. Well, okay, cool. If anything gets the fan, just let me know. Dude, nothing like that is going on the server. Specifically certain individuals that I've messaged directly. Like, literally, I'm looking at the message right the fuck now. Like, there's no creepiness going on whatsoever. There's no stalking going on whatsoever. I get people are concerned. And I'm very grateful that people do get concerned. But you won't know that unless you message the person you're concerned about directly, in a sense, and then go from there. And then, by all means, both of y'all, if not you or that person, should bring it to me directly. But I figured I'd bring that up first. And then, yeah. Number 3, bar hands. A lot of you guys have been confused and very concerned, and not in a sense like, oh my god, but I've noticed the bar hands changing a lot. I've just been fluctuating a little bit, like who's more active, who's not, so on and so on. I've also thought about getting rid of the bar hands completely due to certain other situations involving that I'm going to get down to the list eventually. Or I might have you guys vote. You cannot vote for yourself if I do it. You have to vote for somebody else you feel like should be a good fit. Obviously I would like 4 would be the end goal. I'm also having a potential movie ranking as well, so you'd be in charge of monitoring movies in a sense. Not like you have to be there. Everything is more, hey, if you have time you can come do it kind of thing. But yeah, there's that topic. Lurking situations. I personally don't have a problem with people just coming and hang out because they get the vibe off of other people. They just want to be around social individuals a little bit. They're still in their shell and they're just coming in here to not feel alone. I'm with it. I personally do not have a problem with it at all. There was one instance that was brought up to me a few months ago that is something I did not address or message them because I don't see the fucking problem with it. You know what I mean? Some people fucking fall asleep in here. You know what I mean? Or they fall asleep in the drinking room. Like, you know what I mean? I personally do not have a problem with individuals just coming in to vibe or coming in to just be around other actual fucking beings. Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, if you're in open chat, I don't have a problem with it. I can understand it if you're in a game, like down below, and you're one of the game rooms. I can kind of get behind it just a little bit. But it's still not the end of the fucking world. Like, it's not the end, guys. So I think number 5 on the list was inappropriate messages. Now, we've not had any inappropriate messages, like severe. The concern that was brought up to me is about private messaging individuals about their personal existence. I personally don't have a problem. If you want to vent, if you want to reach out, I don't have a fucking problem at all. I love helping people. One of the things I love doing is one of the reasons why I have the career that I'm in a little bit. Like, it gets me to train and help people grow in their environments. But if you are one of those individuals that are getting those messages and you're just like, hey, I've had a long week, or I've had this, or I had this, or I have my own personal shit going on, Just be like, it's just not that point in time. I can deal with my own stuff, nothing personal. Be respectful and mature about the response if that's something you don't want in your life when it comes to the Discord. We all do it. I mean, every fucking person in this server I've heard vent about their personal life. Everybody. I'm not knocking you, but you also can't sit here and get upset when other people do the same. And that's my viewpoint on it. I feel like that's hypocritical, in a sense. Again, to each their own. If you feel like that is a situation, then just private message them. Number 6 on the list was rated R movies. Back in the past, we had a rated R movie shown with a certain type of scene, and that's something I immediately had to address. Certain individuals that were in question understood why X, Y, and Z is not allowed. So I had to double down the PG-13 movies and put them back down. And everybody respected it, and I love all you guys. Even those that tried to fight back a little bit on the decision. I do all love you all, and you guys have been nothing but cool moving forward with that rule. But as of right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move the PG-13 to rated R. So we're allowing rated R movies under the precondition that you at least check that there is no sex scenes or nudity in those movies that are shown. That's the only thing I ask. If I find out that there is such scenes shown, I'm going to flip a fucking gasket. Which further backs up something that I was going to bring up later on. But I figured I'd do it now, because it's probably the fucking 6th time I've made these fucking recordings due to mic problems. I've been thinking about having a movie rank. So this way, those individuals that want to host movies, and I know a few that do them on the regular, and have had interest in doing them on the regular, their responsibilities would be vetting the movies. You don't have to be there permanently. You don't have to be there 24/7 when they do movies. You don't even have to be period when they show movies, or anybody shows movies. Anybody can show a movie under those guidelines, but those that are of that rank, I'm holding you guys a little bit higher up on the pedestal as accountability of, in a sense, it's not mandatory, but keep an eye out if you are able to. If somebody from that rank is not showing a movie, pop in, or at least see what they're watching and come back and all right. You know what I mean? That's it. It's not rocket science. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do those things. It's just me reaching out in a sense where it's just like you have a moment. Even I do it. Even I join in the Discord sometimes and I say hi and bye just to see what everybody's up to. Not on a surveillance sense, but just more like friendly. Number 7 was the 18 and 21 and up rooms. In a sense, not just rooms, but we will be moving the server to 18 and up only. Don't freak the fuck out. Those that are here will be grandfathered in, but moving forward, anybody that joins has to be 18 and up. There's no real verification system other than probably implementing that fucking one-click step. Oh, I'm 18 and up to join a server type of bullshit. I could implement that, but I feel like the servers hasn't grown to that point in a sense where it's needed. But moving up moving forward when it comes to the server, we will be having 18 and up. As for the 21 and up rooms, obviously I already have a sense of which individuals are able to like conduct themselves in those type of 21 and up activities. I'll probably just add them to that room automatically. But there might be an ID system or some type of verification, or hey, you've got to verify yourself through Discord kind of thing to access those rooms. But yeah, that's my, and it seems like everybody, literally everybody I've messaged about it, think it's a really good idea. Under the conditions that everybody has to understand, that room is specifically for, or those rooms are specifically for those correctional activities or recreational activities, drinking, smoking, so on, and that's that. And I will be double downing on that just a little bit, not a lot, because a lot of you guys do respect the rule in a sense, or at least are not over the with it. But knowing the amount of people from the MMO community and MCC community that I plan on bringing in. Yeah. 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 Thank you guys for cooperating. Cooperating? Cooperating. I'm gonna have a stroke. And I'm not, dude, I'm gonna have a stroke today, I swear. Number 8, server feedback. A lot of you guys gave me basic, lovely feedback. The server's running great. You know what I mean? You met great people here, and so on and so on. It's been a fun place to chill. There's no bullshit. Everybody tries to do their own thing if they really want to, or collaborate, or hang out with each other. Nice vibes. There's been a few, not a lot actually. It's like maybe 2 people of kind of somewhat more events. This server was never truly meant to be an event server. If you would like to host an event, you're more than welcome to set something up. I know the crew that does the movies. They love the movies and they do it on their own volition. It's not mandatory. They do it because they love to. There is some other topics that I'll bring up right after this on my outro. But other than that, when it comes to events, I might even hold a few events. Some things I have in mind. So that sums up basically the list of things that have been brought to my attention. And the reason why I'm doing it in a more video manner instead of just reaching out privately, there's been chatter that I just procrastinate in a sense where I don't address certain topics when things are brought up to my attention. I try to do the best that I can. I'm one fucking dude. I work 15 to 18 hour shifts, 5 to 6 days a week. When it comes to events, I plan on doing a little bit more events personally, at least. I've had an idea of where you all can pick. I'll play a game with one individual, for like an hour or 2, when I have a chance during the weekend, and just like do a recording session of just playing that random game. Like last week, or it was like 2 weeks ago at this point, we were playing War Thunder. I finally got the fucking fly of playing. He was like, "You promised me to play War Thunder. I love you. You know who you are." And I was like, "You're right. I gotta keep that promise." I loaded it up. Finally got past. And I enjoyed myself, which has me now wanting to play other previous games that I haven't been able to touch. There are a few games that I do want to touch, like 7 Days to Die. It's very old, unchurned or some shit. There's a lot of multiplayer games Steam-wise that can be played if you have a PC, cross-platform. I will try to do events through Xbox as well, but there's only so much that we can do that are free to play, that everybody can join, and cross-platform. There's a decent amount, but there's only a certain amount of like games that we can tolerate before we get bored of it, which seems to be upon that road that we've been headed down. I do know finals just came out. It's a little bit glitchy. I wouldn't mind playing them a little bit, but yeah, no, those are my thoughts. I'll probably try to do another video of this in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm probably going to do some recordings this weekend. I've been highly enjoying me just doing this. Like, I'd edit for a lot of fucking creators, but like actually sitting down and doing something like this has got my brain turning a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z every weekend, but yeah, my brain turning. I am glad you guys are all enjoying the server. No complaints other than the minute things that have been addressed to me in certain topics, and suggestions from those certain topics. And what better way to show that I am kind of combating it in the sense where it's not combating, but more addressing the situations in a more public manner instead of doing it privately. Obviously, people are being anonymous. I don't like putting names and throwing people under the bus, but this way, at least now everybody knows things are being addressed. I love you all. I'm gonna drink my fucking orange mango and fucking edit this video, and hopefully the fucking audio fucking went through. But I love ya. I'll see y'all later. Doses.